Well, we've had some visitors come over to want to hang out with some goats. What do you think, Abel? Have you given her a kiss yet? Oh, she got bashful. So, Abel, can you see her back leg, how one of her hooves are missing?
Really?
Yeah, she had a little, see it? She's kind of dancing on a little half foot right there. So that fell off. The other one that was rotten fell off. They were going to amputate it, but it fell off before they got to it. It was just, yeah, it was, I call it dead meat. I know it sounds horrible, but it was just tissue that was not alive, and it finally just fell right off of her. Which saved us an amputation, which saved her having to go through, you know, all the anesthesia and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And she's getting around great. She's just loving life right now.
You don't act like it hurts at all.
No. Well, yesterday I walked the dog to the river, and as I get down the trail, here comes a little goat following me.
The little baby.
Her! Well, it is the afternoon feed up. Carl and Tat doing their thing. We got Danny and Ruby out for an afternoon stroll about. They're kicking up their heels and having a great time, knowing that they're going to get a bottle here any minute now. Danny is just learning her legs, and she's loving life. Now, Ruby is already past that stage. She knows she has legs, and she knows how to use them. Uh-oh. I'm actually doing my chores. Right now I'm filling up waters, and I just had a mishap. Everyone else is doing their thing, including this little munchkin over here, having all kinds of fun, knowing that she's protected by Stella. Yeah, you don't mess with Starla without going through Stella. Everyone needs to know that. I don't think anyone really understands how big this bird is until you can see him right up behind you. This is Tat, not Carl. And I'm wearing my hat to protect my ears. He is a monster. He doesn't act like a monster. He's a sweet little guy. He's just so darn big. And, you know, whereas Carl stands an easy 8 foot, Tat, I can guarantee you, will be 9. When all is said and done, he will be a 9 foot male ostrich. And he's like almost double the mass of Carl. When I say mass, I mean, like, you look at the size of the neck. Here's Carl's neck. Here's Tat's neck. Just the size of their body, their everything. He's just so much bigger, which is crazy to me. I always thought Carl was a big bird. And then it's no surprise when we rescued Carl. This has been several years ago. The guy told us that even though he had 2 male ostriches, one was much bigger than the other. And Carl was the smaller of the 2. Please don't. Sometimes you worry about where they're going to peck you at. And there's a couple of spots that I don't like to be pecked. I do not like to be pecked in certain spots. Look at this. This is over here is how you determine the health of an ostrich. You have to feel the back end, that part right there. And you don't want to feel any bones back there. So, you know, a lot of people want to look at the wings and the feathers and the size of the legs and all of that, which is great. But in reality, you look at the back end right there, and if you're able to put your hands on them, you try to feel. And what you don't want to feel are any bones. If you feel bones, that's a bad sign. And no, he's very healthy. Both of these birds are very healthy. I told Jamie how bizarre it is that here we are in the midst of a 85-day drought, no rain, and all of our babies are struggling so bad with the lack of vegetation, yet the birds seem to be doing great. None of the birds are showing any signs. I mean, they look hot. They pant. They look hot, but they're not doing bad as far as their health goes. And then Jamie reminded me of where they come from, what part of the world, you know, they originate from. And so they're all coded, DNA coded, genetically coded to be able to sustain drought type conditions and do well. And so all we have to really do is provide them with the right nutrition, and they get that. And then all of their nutrition comes right from the feed store. It's a mixture, you already know that, but it's not complicated, just a little complex. I said that wrong. It's not really complex, but a bit complicated. I'm messing with you, y'all. It's a lengthy procedure to mix all of their goods together, but everything is readily available, and so they're not struggling at all. What are you trying to tell me, love? Oh, she wants me to let y'all know that she's not doing bad either. She's doing well in the drought. Yeah, she's doing real good. Yes, okay. Thank you, baby, for letting us all know that. Rocky, I have nothing to say to you. Oh, he's nice and quiet right now, but come morning time when I'm trying to get a little sleep and trying to ease into my day. All right, we're gonna take a little walk with all of the dogs. Come on, what do you think you're doing? You need to go home. Babe, you're not a dog. Oh my gosh, you're not a dog. We were taking a walk to the river, and I did not expect her to try to follow us. Oh my goodness gracious. She needs, Stella, you got baby duty. Stella got some baby. Stella, you got baby duty. Stella. Oh Lord. Well, you can see the cows and horses have been making their way down to the river more and more. Look at all of the activity on this hillside from the goats. Isn't that crazy? Sweetie, I have to carry you now, don't I? I did not want to carry a goat. I'm gonna let her walk a little ways, and I'll carry her when she gets tired. That reminds me of how I used to do with Ellie and Lex. We'd go to the zoo, the park, wherever I'd take them, and I would let them walk as long as they could. But once they got to where they were lagging behind so far that it was getting to be, you know, just dangerous for them or inconvenient for us having to wait for them, I'd finally scoop them right up and put them over my shoulder like a bag of potatoes and carry them. Come on, sweetie. Is that hurting your foot? Is that hurting your foot? Ready for me to carry you now? I don't want to deny the dogs a walk. Come on, Trix. This was not really my idea of a peaceful walk, having to carry this goat. What can you do, though? She thinks she's a dog, y'all. At some point, she's going to have to start going in the yard with other goats. Oh, she's going to be so miserable. She's going to hate it. She's going to hate it so darn bad. Come on, Trixie, let's go. We are making our way down the hill. You can see where the cows and horses and I guess even the goats have been walking down this spot here. You can see all kinds of, they've even been walking here along the side, which is pretty smart. Real smart, actually. Keep them off the rocks. I'm sure the gravel hurts their feet. All right, I'm gonna put you down now for a little bit, okay? You stay right here in this area. Stay right here in this area. I'm letting the dogs all walk around. Come on, Stella. This right here is how a box trap works. Let's see if we can trap Fiona. So imagine that you're a coyote, wolf, bobcat, any type of predatory species, and you come along the woods here trying to get you a quick and easy meal. I have bait inside there to lure them in. Ooh, she's so smart. She's not going to go. She's like, I don't trust it. There's something about that box trap that I don't trust. Plus, Dad's videoing me. And then no one else even cared to go over there, so I'm guessing my bait is not potent enough. Yeah, Dutch, Sean left me these traps, and it's a really neat way. Now, I don't have this one over here set. I need to find me some more roadkill to set it, but I haven't got it set right now. I still have some roadkill in that one. I'm not gonna get any closer and show you because it's disgusting to look at. But I'm really happy to see that the dogs are not really drawn to it. But if the dogs are not really drawn to it, then that means that any type of coyote, well, they might be. I think that coyotes are more scavenger. Our dogs are not that hungry. They've already eaten, you know. But any animal who's out and about hunting, if they make their way along this ridge or this flat, they run across something that smells like they could eat. Hopefully they'll go in and we can catch them. So peaceful and quiet here. And I'll tell y'all something. Jamie and I have looked at several other properties with all that's going on. And I told her I don't think we'll ever find anywhere as peaceful and quiet as this place. Isn't it a shame, though, that the river is so far? Well, I mean, it's a pro and it's a con. So we're so blessed to live 300 foot up off the river. 300 foot from that water up to the top of that hill. And so that is a blessing that we're close enough to walk down. We have a trail to walk down. Yet it's too steep to drive anything down, you know, to utilize that water. It's too steep for any kind of conventional pump to pump and fill up our pond. We're looking at, oh man, I don't like to talk about money with you all, but we're looking at tens of thousands of dollars to have a company come out here with the pump big enough, and then they have to set everything up. Guys, you just don't bring a pump like that and set it on the ground and walk off. These kind of pumps have to be like a permanent mount. And so that pump has to be high enough up where it's not going to be flooded the first time the river rises. They're too big to be portable. That goat is going up without me. Let me walk back up. The pumps are too big. They're not portable where you can just move them around. Even if you have to buy one, a big diesel pump on a trailer, we can't get it close enough to the water without having a tractor come by and excavate and make us a better road. So like I said, oh, careful, baby, you're gonna hurt your foot. You're gonna hurt yourself. I'll carry you. Oh, look at her. What a goat, huh? Come on. I'm gonna say that again. If you think it's a wise investment to spend $20,000 to have a big diesel pump set up, a permanent setup to fill our pond. That's only to fill the pond. That's not to irrigate our pastures. Then you, friends, have a lot more money than we got. Let me carry you again. No, she wants to be a goat. She's gonna sleep good tonight, y'all. As far as pastures go, hydro seeding did not work. We're gonna have to bring in topsoil and resoil the entire 8 acres. Can you imagine how many loads of soil it would take? So, let me close this gate. That was a nice walk. I'm breathing hard, got my workout in. All right, last one's a rotten egg, baby, it's you. She doesn't even care. I don't want anyone to panic, but I'm just saying that I can't find Ruby. And I'm panicked, but I've learned not to freak out. You come on in the house. Stella, you going in with the babies? Okay. I got Christmas out here with me. Okay, so we always let the babies stay out until I put them up. Here is this sweet little girl. Hi, Danny. But I cannot find Ruby anywhere. Now, I've walked around the yard without a flashlight, and now I've gone back to get me a flashlight. I don't know if you... So, it is about 9:30. It's almost time to feed them their second and last bottle. I'm talking, but I'm also trying to listen. Ruby always stays close. So Carl and Tat are both laying down. Oh, Lord. Okay, there's Ruby. My gosh. That scared me so bad. You know, the thing is, I don't know why I was so panicked, because the dogs were not barking. And every time we've had a predator issue come up, the dogs let us know. And we would never leave our babies outside without protection of at least one of the dogs. And what's neat about our dogs are that they can make a kind of a curiosity bark. They can also make a bark that lets you know that there's imminent danger. Sweetie, are you okay? You really scared Daddy. Oh my gosh. I circled the entire place, and I walked along through there and never saw her in the shadow. It's easy now. Oh boy. Okay, all is good. Look who's up and ready for her baba. Mama's making bottles now. So let me explain to you how everything goes. And I, you know what I don't want to do is make Longhorn Leicesters only about these darn calves and that little goat. I love them, I do. She has a TT. I love Danny, I love Ruby, and of course I love Starla. But there is so much going on here at Longhorn Leicesters, y'all, that to be honest, those guys are more of a break. They kind of give you a mental break from all the stresses that we're kind of experiencing right now with our drought. So I certainly welcome that part. Looks like one of the dogs went crazy on dragging all of their dog food, little doggy containers, out into the yard. They're all over the place. I count 4 of them. So let me pick these up while I'm talking to you. But no, I was telling Jamie that I noticed that about myself, is that I start making videos, and before you know it, it seems like every single day you have another video about the same thing. Now, obviously different stuff going on as the babies get older and grow, and their routines change, their habits, they're beginning to kind of develop personalities and characteristics, and all of that is neat to watch. And that is important to help them develop as characters in this great novel of ours. But I just don't ever want to focus so much on them that we forget to focus on a lot of the other things going on. I mean, let's think about it for a minute. When is the last time you've seen a video of the goats at the river? Seriously, I'm asking a serious question. When is the last time you've seen a video about the goats at the river? Happens every single day. Happens every single day. When is the last time you've seen a horse or donkey video? Once again, we mess with the horses and donkeys. We go through the routine that they need every single day. How about Carl and Tat? Seriously, Carl and Tat, every single day. But we don't always focus on it because I'm so darn intrigued with the development of these guys. You know, their safety, they're making sure they get the right nutrition, keep them safe from the heat. Come on over here, Ruby. Anywho, so in case you're wondering, Ruby and Danny along with our little goat Starla, sleep right in here every night. This is where they sleep. We close the doors down low enough to where only the dogs can come in and out if they need to. And we leave all of our guardian dogs outside along with Stella. So all three of our Great Pyrenees are outdoors. Stella, who is just an amazing protector, is also outdoors. She likes to be with the babies. So this is kind of their hangout. As of right now, I still have doors open because we're not ready for our nighttime routine yet. That's why this little girl over here thought she'd just take her little walk around the dark side of the house and put quite the scare into Daddy. I do love her so darn much. I love them both. And the older they get, the more I'm watching them grow up so fast. They are growing up so fast. Come here, beautiful.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.